Hello, Shane McCusker here, Intelligence Software. Today I'm joined with Ashley Gregory from Ashley Gregory Associates. Good morning, Ashley. How are you?
Morning, Shane. Well, thank you.
Wonderful. Ashley, on your website it describes you as a unique and progressive generalist recruitment agency. What makes you unique and progressive?
All right. I think our uniqueness is that we are a team of dynamic women, and I think that we have a passion for placing persons with disabilities.
But what's the general feeling within recruiters in terms of taking on disabled candidates?
I think that our clients are initially slightly frightened, and I think that it's just because of their lack of awareness and their lack of understanding the capabilities of a person with disabilities. So I think all in all, our clients are learning slowly but surely to embrace them. And with a recruiter like myself and our agency, you can't ignore that element in a person.
So do you feel that you're providing the best people for the job regardless of their ability or disability?
I definitely do think so. We will always challenge our clients and say to them, we've received a vacancy from you. Are you open to receive a CV from a person with a disability? And 9 times out of 10, they say, Ashley, they can do the job, let's interview them.
Within the last period of time, we've seen, obviously, the economic situation has really hit the recruitment industry hard. How's it been for you in the last year or so?
In the last year, it certainly has been challenging. I know recruitment to be quite a consistent business. I understand it to be quite a profitable business. But I think in May 2009, it really all fell apart. Recruitment became incredibly difficult. I think only the tough survived. A lot of agencies in the Western Cape closed down. A lot of reputable agencies in the Western Cape closed down.
How do you think the landscape for the recruitment industry has changed over the last year or so?
I think that the recruitment industry certainly has changed. I think that it's long gone are the days where we could sit on our laurels, advertise in the media, and wait for thousands of calls on a Monday morning. In fact, our phones hardly ring these days. It's very internet-driven, very networking-driven, sourcing-driven, headhunting-driven. It's really a very different market to what it was 10 years ago. I think as recruiters, we need to be resourceful. We need to have a strong in-house database. We can't rely just on online portals. We really have to network with people, connect with people, be referred, go to social events, headhunt. It's a very, very different market to what it was 15 years ago. I think that we have to change. Most of us are resistant to change, but if we keep doing the same old things, we're going to keep getting the same old results. I personally have had to really look at technology, look at my systems, and really just try and integrate and understand how the world is changing around me. And if I don't sort of really have a good hard look at really what's happening around us, we too will close.
And one of the things you've highlighted, and this came up in a previous conversation, is the recruitment industry no longer seems to be able to sit back and wait for perfect candidates to arrive. You've really got to go out and find them now.
Absolutely 100% accurate. I think that the networking can't be more aggressively used at the moment and mastered. And there really are so many different ways of networking. I would be reluctant to say that on air because I'd be reluctant for people to know my intellectual capital.
Oh, go on. Tell us, Ashley. You're among friends.
Oh, yes. I think that, look, I think in all honesty, just saying to you that it's word and mouth, it's connecting, it's advertising is a thing of the past. Advertising is branding. Advertising does not attract candidates.
So, well, in that case, what, in your opinion, makes a really good recruiter?
I think that you need to be resourceful, you need to be creative, you need to really have a sense of achievement. You certainly need to be have a strong desire for customer service, a sense of urgency, and recruitment is definitely not for the faint-hearted.
I would agree with that. Okay, if that's a recruiter, what makes a really good recruitment manager or the owner of a recruitment company?
I think not being competitive with your staff, but in fact providing them with all the resources that they need to meet their targets and meet their new business requirements. I think that as an owner, you need to be able to be the one with vision and foresight and allow your staff the opportunity to grow, allow your staff to go onto social networking portals, to be able to network, connect. And I think that as the owner, you need to remove yourself from the operational aspect of the business and focus on clients and new business and allow the operational team to do what they do best. And that is interview, reference check, and refer.
One of the things you mentioned was changes in technology. I mean, I appreciate the fact that, because I'm a technologist myself, how has that affected your business? Has it changed the objective that you're trying to achieve within the company?
I think that technology is probably one of our weak areas, because garbage in is garbage out of technology. And I think that personally I've tried quite a few databases and I have struggled in that area. We always revert back to the manual system, and I know that that's not the way of the future. We definitely have to be very progressive on things like LinkedIn, Twitter, all other online job portals. I think that technology is definitely the way of the future, but it's quite difficult in a small agency to take the time and the financial input into making technology work for you. I've yet to really find a recruitment tool that is has proof of a very rewarding return, because it takes a lot of time, and time isn't always on our side in a small agency. But technology is definitely, there's lots of, but there's not necessarily a lot of teaching on such technology.
Well, I see a selling opportunity just facing me there. I can't walk away from it. We'll certainly help you sort out your technology problems, Ashley. Don't worry about that one.